Okay, boys and girls, I'm so happy because we can talk about reading, and this is a really great time to do it because I've just prepared bags of books for your parents to come in and get for you, or for you to take home with you if you come to school. And that's really exciting because you'll have a chance to do some more reading and you can practice the tips that we've been talking about in these videos. And I'm going to teach you a good one today. Okay, so let's get started. First, we'll look at the strategies we've already learned. So we've talked about how readers grow like beanstalks, right? We get bigger and stronger. We've talked about how we're going to read something, deciding how to read, and giving the book a sneak peek. And we've talked about reading more and more. Right now, maybe we can start by reading 20 minutes a day, but very soon, boys and girls, in the next couple of months, I want you reading 40 minutes a day. It's really important. When you read, you learn how to write better. When you write, you learn how to read better. It's a really important thing to be able to do. Now, today, we're going to talk about reading smoothly and reading maybe a little bit more quickly. And we're going to do that by reading in bigger scoops. So you can see there are two scoops in that orange card. One says, I don't want. The second one says, to go home. Now, a first grade reader would look at that and say, I don't want to go home. But that's going to take a long time to read. And if you're reading a big book, you might forget what was said in the previous sentence. So we're going to learn how to scoop. I don't want to go home. I don't want to go home. All right, let's look at some real examples. All right, so as you know, I have started reading a book in a video to you called Mercy Watson, Something Wonky Comes This Way. There are lots of Mercy Watson books. They're very funny and colorful. They're a little long, but there are a lot of difficult words in them, words that might slow us down. But they are not words that should stop us. We can read around them a little bit. I'm going to show you what I mean. Okay, so if we look at all of the words here, okay, we see one tough one, but all of the other ones we probably know. Yeah, she loved butter on hot toast. Yeah, but she would take butter any way she could get it. Okay, so we know those other words. Now, what a first grade reader does is they see a hard word and then they stop and they start reading one word at a time. This is what a first grader does. She particularly loved butter on hot toast. We're not going to do that. We're looking at the word before the hard word and the words after it. We know them all. So we can scoop them all together. And we only need to slow down at the difficult word, but keep going after that. So we might do something like this. She particularly loved butter on hot toast, but she would take butter any way she could get it. Okay? We only slowed down for this one difficult word, and we kept the rest of it going. It makes our reading go more quickly, and it makes us read more smoothly. Let's look at a different example. Okay, so this is from Katie Wu, The Tricky Tooth. Now, if you look at this, and you can pause and read it if you want to, the word that you might get stuck on is this one here. But everything before and after it is pretty easy. So, we're not going to read like this, but her tooth did not budge. The next day, nope, we are going to scoop these together and make them nice and smooth. When the ball came to Katie, she bumped it hard. She scored a goal, but her tooth did not budge. The next day, Katie lost a sock, a button, and her pencil, but she did not lose her tooth. You see how we only slowed down for the difficult word? And once we got past it, we went right back into our smooth reading. Okay? So that's what I want you to do, especially when you read a book that's got difficult words in it, like Mercy Watson. Okay? We're trying to read in bigger scoops. That's our goal. Okay? And in our next reading lesson, we'll talk about another really important strategy, something that you should do anytime you read a book, especially one that's got a lot of pages. Okay, so for now, whether you're on Freckle or you have your own book at home or you've picked up some of my books that I'm letting you borrow, make sure that you're reading at least 20 minutes a day and make sure that you're reading in bigger scoops. Scoop those words together. Don't read one at a time. Okay? The